Justin moving forward still, trying to make things happen.
Other side, man, he's very close to taking this. He's gonna get the critical R. Be huge damage here for Justin Wong.
Yeah, I think he needs one more little hit.
No! Why do I even say it, Steven? I don't know.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Born3 here, and I am at Texas. Where the hell am I at? DreamHack.
You about to say Texas Showdown.
I don't know what I was gonna say.
I mean, the organizers are from Texas Showdown, so you know, kind of close enough.
All right, Justin's on point today. I'm not. So anyway, Justin's a very busy man. He's in top 8, right? So how's that feel today? Winner's side, right?
Yeah, top 8 winner side. It feels pretty good because like I had to beat NuckleDu, and I also had to beat Phenom. He beat me at Canada Cup last year, so getting revenge on him is pretty sweet.
Yeah, I bet. So tell me, people have been telling me that you have a more aggressive style now. Is that true?
So, you know, me and Punk, like, we've been, like, getting closer, good friends. We both play Karin, so I've been studying a lot, and, you know, he's been giving me tips. He always, like, DMs me.
That's so weird.
I know, he always DMs.
I'm talking to Justin Wong, like, the fucking god of video games, and, like, he's like, this 18-year-old kid is giving me tips.
See, but the thing is, I don't mind getting tips from people, like, because I'm not going to be like that guy that's be like, yeah, I've been playing fighting games forever. I definitely gonna know more than you. I don't need tips from you.
Yeah.
I'm definitely down to take the most harsh criticism from my game because I just want to improve.
Yeah,
you know, so getting tips from him, and he's telling me what to watch out for, what to do, try to do this in this matchup. It's been really helping, and I think it showed like yesterday.
All right, got a quick question about this tournament specifically. They're doing this 3-out system. To avoid this, I guess it's to avoid like double jeopardy, what they call double jeopardy, which is, I guess, a quick explanation of that is you get beaten winners by somebody and then you meet them again in losers in pools, and that happens quite a lot. Have you got thoughts on that? Has that happened to you before, the double jeopardy thing? Like, how do you feel about this 3-out format?
Yeah, so one year in pools, I had to play at Evo, Kazunoko, and Street Fighter 4. Okay. I actually eliminated him twice. So I put him in losers and I eliminated him to get out of my pools. Yeah. So they did the 3-out system, so like 3 people get out of pools and you avoid the double jeopardy of loser finals, which is like pretty common. But the problem is that I had a couple of friends that that entered this tournament, and this guy John Rog, he double jeopardy 2 people this tournament. In pools.
In pools, it still happened.
It still happened. It's just like happens like let's say if he wins first round, right? First round, then he wins second round. So he beats 2 people, right? So first round goes here, second round goes here. Then let's say he loses third round. Okay. Right? So that means he has to fight the 5th place guy. Right? So so no matter what, he's gonna get the double jeopardy if both of them keep winning from whoever he beat first round, second round. And then in order to get the loser finals, you have to fight the 4th place guy. Okay. So he double jeopardy 2 people in this system. Yeah, so it still happens, but
so it still happens. So maybe it just decreases it. It's not perfect. Okay, so I guess we're gonna see how that plays out. So about Street Fighter 5. No, let's talk about Marvel. Then we'll talk about Street Fighter 5 because we may as well talk about Marvel because that's the news of the week, right? So Marvel, we got a lot of news this week in regards to, we saw gameplay, we saw trailers, we've seen graphics, we've seen all that sort of stuff. What's your general reaction to all of it at the moment?
See, I'm going to be biased because I'm a Marvel player.
Yeah, that's fine.
Right? And I really love Marvel. So when I first saw the game and I saw the characters, especially Ultron, Ultron just looks OP, right? He has his own assist. He has like a command grab. He has an air dash, right? I think it's really awesome. And even the whole gem system, it's kind of like they took like the Street Fighter 5 element with like a V skill and a V trigger, and they made it as like the gems. Yeah. Right? So you have like
except you can pick them.
Yeah, you can pick them, and you have like a V skill gem, right? So you have like time, and its V skill is like it teleport and air dash with any character. So that's kind of cool. And then you activate it and you have like the power up mode that we don't know yet. So it's kind of like, I think that's kind of awesome because it's like a new game mechanic. Every Marvel game has a new game mechanic, right? So you have like Marvel 2 was like assist, and then Marvel 3 was X Factor, TVC was Baroque, and now this version is based off gem activation. And I think that's really interesting.
So there's that one gem that I saw. I'm not a Marvel expert at all, but there's that one gem I saw where I was like, holy shit, which is the one where they put you in a box.
Space.
Space
gem.
Space, right?
Yeah.
Are you like licking your lips at that, or are you going like, oh god, if I get stuck in that, I don't know what to do?
So I think there's 6 gems. So
Yeah.
3 gems are announced, right? Power, space, and time.
Yeah.
So when I saw the space gem, I'm just like, well, command grab, box, I'm gonna get Scoop, right? So I'm already thinking about like
Yeah.
KBR, Kane Blue, we're gonna pick Hulk, and he's gonna do the command grab, and I'm just gonna just eat it and have to hold it.
Yeah.
I'm pretty salty about that. But the time gem though, that's gonna be my first gem I want to pick because it's
What does it do?
I think it's a runaway gem.
But what does it do?
So pretty much you can air dash. So you know how in Marvel some characters have air dashes in their character.
Yeah,
Like Ultron has an air dash.
Yeah, yeah.
So now like obviously if you think about Ryu or Chris Redfield, they don't have an air dash.
Okay.
But with the time gem, it gives them an air dash.
Okay.
So because of that, like you have like Hawkeye and Chris that are obviously zoners because you know he shoots bow and arrows. Chris has like a bunch of guns and like a rocket launcher. So with the time gem, they could probably run away a lot better.
Yeah.
And also from based off the activation of time gem, it seems like they could just do crazy combos, like more of like a groove custom combo,
Right.
Like a
so that's going to add an
Viasm type
Okay,
of thing.
you think that gem's going to add an element of creativity to the combo system?
Yeah.
Okay, that's good. That's good.
Yeah, because if you saw one of the trailers with Captain Marvel, she activated and she did some 50-hit combo like right away, like super fast. So you probably have to input it really fast. So I think that's kind of like the cool part about that. But I really like just the regular V skill part of it where I could just run away. That's just kind of my thing. This is my thing.
Fair enough. Now you tweeted that there was TVC. Is that right? Can you just explain that?
So Tatsunoko vs. Capcom is a Marvel game that was on the Wii. No one really bought it because it's on the Wii. It was like a $500 investment just to play the game.
Yeah.
I think that was like the whole Killer Instinct thing. Killer Instinct, Xbox One, too expensive just to play one fighting game on a console. And the way the game is like in terms of like every character has an air dash, the push block, and just like how the button sequence work. It really, to me, when I was watching the Marvel Infinite trailer, just the way it looks, it reminded me of Tatsunoko vs. Capcom. The way you hit people, the way you defend against people, the way just like the tag out system works. I really thought it was like a TVC version of the game. So like I recommend to people, if you want to like try to get like a head start before the game comes out, learn TVC, because I think that's kind of where it would help a lot in terms of when you first buy the game and get it and you try it out, you have an idea on what to do.
We just started the TVC revival. It's going to be huge now at tournaments.
It's actually the best versus game in my opinion.
Really?
Personally, it's my favorite versus game, just like because it's like very balanced and like every character had like the same mechanics. It was really good.
All right, so let's talk about Street Fighter 5. You played Karin. You know what? I remember E3. I remember when actually everybody from EG was talking about Karin. there was this thing where Karin wasn't out, but I remember thinking, why are you all talking about Karin? Because every single EG person was like, we really want to see Karin in the game. And in fact, I interviewed PR Balrog at the time, and he was like, I want to see Karin in the game. Karin turned up anyway, right? And did you main Karin immediately? I can't remember. Did you main her immediately?
Yeah, so like when Karin came out, that was pretty much the character I played. Okay. So I played her the first tournament. I played her like on my streams all the time, and then like because before they had she came out, I was playing at E3 at Bison, right?
Yes, of course.
I was playing
remember
Bison.
that? Yeah, you just destroyed everybody with Bison in that tournament. Yeah, he was sick.
Yes.
I mean, you were sick with him, but that was insane. Yeah.
So then when Karin came out, then I'm just like, oh, that's my new main character right there.
And with Karin, because I felt like you were really rejuvenated, like, and I don't know if that's true or not, but like it felt like you were really excited and rejuvenated with Karin and the game. Did you feel like at the end of Ultra Street Fighter 4 you were feeling a little worn out? Did it rejuvenate you, like Street Fighter 5 and Karin? Like, did it make you feel like
more confident?
Yeah, maybe more confident, maybe more happy. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, no, I understand what you mean. So like, I guess we're playing Street Fighter 4 for like what, 6 years.
Yeah.
But at the end of Ultra Street Fighter 4, I had really a lot of fun playing Rose and Elena. Elena was cheap.
Don't say Elena.
Elena was cheap.
You were one of the first players to like pick up Elena. I feel like.
And then Rose is just really fun because I got backdash and everything, so it was kind of cool.
The runaway.
Yeah, but when it comes to new fighting games, like everyone knows that, like I just enjoy playing new fighting games.
You pick them up real quick as well. Yeah.
So even if it's like I'm excited for like Injustice 2, I'm excited for Tekken 7 to finally come out. So like I'm always excited to play just new fighting games. So when Karin got announced for Street Fighter 5, just because I used to play her in like Alpha 3 and Capcom Fighting Jam in tournaments, so because of that, it made me really like, well, I'm gonna put more time into this one because I actually have a character that I really, really like.
Yeah, I like her too, actually. I think she's a pretty awesome character. All right, let's talk a little bit more about some of the stuff that has happened this week. One of the other things was there was a sort of what looks like a PSN Store leak of Ed. Like me personally, that's the character of all new characters. I was like, that's the one I want. I definitely seen you tweet in the past about like, I kind of think Ed would be cool.
Yeah, I mean, Ed was 100% going to be a character because if you played story mode and like he was in the game, like he was not playable, but he was in the cinematics, he was in the like the comic strip,
and in Street Fighter 4.
Yeah, and Street Fighter. I didn't remember that. I don't remember that, but I know he was in one of the endings. But when I played through story mode, I was like, he's definitely gonna be one of the characters because they made it so like spoiler alert, like he's like the next Bison vessel, right? So because of that, it's either he's gonna be in here or like Street Fighter 6 or whatever. Like he was coming. Yeah. He was coming regardless because he's the new vessel. Yeah. Right. So it's kind of cool. I just want to know, is he like gonna be like similar to Bison? Will we have a Psycho Crusher? Because in the
everyone keeps saying that. Will we have a Psycho Crusher? Everyone keeps saying that.
Because Bison don't have a Psycho Crusher in this version. We need the Psycho Crusher. Yeah, okay. That's what makes Bison. Okay. Besides the hat, you know, like Psycho Crusher is like the signature move. Yeah.
He's like telekinesis. Do you in your head, do you have any speculation about like, other than Psycho Crush, do you have any speculation at all how you think he might be?
He might have like I don't know if you guys know Ermac from Mortal
that's
Kombat.
The one I keep thinking. He's
he's gonna just have like invisible lift people up and stuff like
down
that.
And all that stuff.
That's why I think like Ed might turn out to be just have like those type of powers like Ermac from Mortal Kombat. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, it'd be interesting. I'm excited. I'm excited for that character. So Street Fighter 5 has we've seen some. We saw season 1, we saw season 2, and there was quite a big difference between season 1 and season 2. Not necessarily for Karin, but like definitely for the characters around her. And then we've got like the patch notes. I'm not actually sure what it says for Karin in the patch notes.
Nothing.
Nothing. Untouched.
Nothing.
Untouched. So Punk and Justin have got this. Like, as the game is developed, is there anything that stands out for you, like in terms of the way it's developed? Like, do you feel like there's a specific direction it's going in, and do you like it?
So I obviously like season 1 more because there was a little bit more defensive options. Okay. So season 2 is obviously more towards aggression and just more excitement for people to watch. Because like, you know, I guess when you come down to it, like if you want people to like enjoy watching Street Fighter that doesn't know anything about it, you kind of want to see some brawls, right? No one's gonna see Guile versus Nash throwing sonic booms, and if you're
running
away. If you see someone like an old person, they're like, next. I'm not gonna watch it. So I understand the approach that that Capcom is doing, where they want to have season 2 more explosive. So and I think it's been working out because you see a lot of new young players. They're kind of like the stars of season 2. Right, they're like, you have the Punk, you have the Du, the Phenom, the Smug, like all those guys. Like so, I guess when it comes down to it, like it's I guess I'm OG. So it's for us to have to adapt now. Like so, I was a very defensive player, and now I'm trying to turn it up with more offense this time for season 2. And like I think my transition hasn't been really doing very well. It's kind of hard. Because I'm not known to be aggressive at all. Okay. So this is like the first time it's like working out really well.
Patch notes, right? Is there anything that stands out in the patch notes where you go, this is going to change the game significantly or a character significantly?
So I think the fact that they said they removed the jump back OS, I think that's gonna hurt a lot of people, and I know the reason why they probably did it. They probably did it because only usually the pro players do it.
Yeah.
So like the people that are like the beginners or learning or like the mid-tier players, they don't use it, and because of that, they feel like they can't open up the top players.
Okay.
Because if they remove that, then they have a chance to open them up. And so like to say that like you mixed up like Daigo or you mixed up NuckleDu, like if it makes you feel good, it makes you feel you have confidence to go into the next tournament and travel and try again for CPT.
Yeah, I mean, if you mix up those guys, of course.
Yeah.
So the jump back OS, everybody's been talking about that, and it's interesting that you mentioned that the game feels a little bit more like it's designed around the spectator rather than the player, because I've heard that a lot actually from various people.
I just think also that, like, that's kind of the direction that fighting games are going in general. Even in like other games, like where Tekken 7, like if you want to break a grab, you have to look at the left hand or the right hand, and you press the button. Okay. Now you can press whatever, and it'll break. So every game now is just tend to be more like easier game mechanics for people to understand because they want to grow the scene. Yeah. You know? So it's kind of like that in general.
Yeah, I get it. So for the future of Street Fighter V, do you have any hopes or wishes, desires in regards to like the game?
I guess I just want some changes with Karin.
Okay.
Like more like just new tools. Because if you look at like, for example, like, okay, yeah, Chun-Li got nerfed, right? But they gave her like more ways to use her V trigger for combos. She has new combos now. Like a lot of characters got like new stuff. So if it's like season 1, season 2, season 3, I just want something new. Like because Karin, like it's still the same as season 1, right? So I think just having more cool things to play with, cool tricks, new tricks. Yeah. It's cool. Like because even like Cammy, right? Cammy has the back medium punch. She had the new dive kick is with the hooligan. Like everything's like everyone has something different. You know, I got like an air target combo, which not a lot of people use.
I don't even know what that is. Yeah, I mean, I don't even think I've seen that.
Yeah, so I actually start using it now against against characters with high jumps. Okay. So it actually works pretty well. It does. Yeah, but you know, I'm just thinking like I just want something a little bit new. Okay. That's how I feel.
Okay, that makes sense. Let's ask you a fun question. Current competition. Who are your hardest matchups character-wise?
I guess the hardest matchup for me as a Karin player is against Birdie. So yeah, Birdie's pretty tough to deal with as a Karin main.
Why?
Just because like I think Birdie has better buttons than Karin, and also it just he just hits hard too. So Karin, it's really hard for Karin to, I guess, get started and also knock down Birdie. Like you even have like a lot of people picking up just a pocket Birdie just for like Karin or even Zangief, because he's actually a really good like counter character, and actually pretty simple to pick up at a footsie level.
That's kind of funny because in story mode, Karin owns Birdie.
I know, that's right. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. How's the muscle gonna just?
She pays him.
I know, that's what I'm saying.
And she beats him. Like whatever.
He eats all the food in the house.
Right. I know. That's probably why it's so hard to knock over.
God damn it.
So players. I mean, it could just be players here, or it could be players in general. But in Street Fighter V, who do you find particularly difficult to play against?
Street Fighter V, I think. For me, right now, it's probably GamerBee.
Oh yeah.
I just don't know why. Like I've been losing to GamerBee the last 3 tournaments, and it's like he's been bodying me actually. Really? So I'm actually like stumped. Yeah. Like I'm like, is it Nakali? I'm like, no, I can't be Nakali. I beat Phenom yesterday. So I'm like, it has to be something that GamerBee just knows that like. That he's not telling me, because we're good friends, but I think he's not telling me something.
Yeah, he probably is not telling you something.
Because he's like he's Taiwanese, and he gets mad when I say he's Chinese. It's kind of the same thing. You speak Mandarin, you speak Mandarin, I speak Mandarin. It's the same thing, right? So we're both Chinese.
He's got a little grudge going on.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, he's interesting. He always has a smile on his face, but like he can say some pretty horrible things and have a smile on his face and get away with it because he's so charming.
Yeah.
So I could imagine him holding back like some of that tech, being like, "Yeah, Justin, no, I told you everything." Okay, another interesting question, I suppose. The Japanese Topanga players put together this tier list, and in the tier list, they kind of like had their top 7, I think, or something like that. But they clearly agreed, I think they clearly agreed in the top 3 because they're all the same.
Ibuki, Guile, Balrog.
Ibuki, Guile, Balrog.
Yeah.
Do you agree with that?
So I personally think Balrog is the best character in the game.
Okay.
I think Balrog is the best character just because all the weaknesses that how to beat him is gone. Like usually, if you against like rush punch, for example, you would just neutral jump. But now he has the SRK motion with the other rush punch where it just launches you in the air, and he also can get through fireballs like fairly easily with the V skill, and his comeback factor is just amazing. Pretty much they gave Balrog like a rocket launcher. That's what I really think. So Balrog is definitely really good. Ibuki is definitely one of those characters that is really strong too because of the kunai mix-up. Like I play with Amakashi a lot, and
oh yeah, because he's playing her now, right?
Yeah, so he plays Cam. His main is Cammy, so usually I beat him like pretty well, right? Yeah. But when he picks Ibuki, and if he hits me with the kunai, I actually guess wrong all the time.
Okay.
So it's one of those things where I'm like, damn, even I can't guess right at all. That's crazy. So it's one of those things where you could tell definitely those two are the like very up there top tier. Guile, he's really good obviously because just Sonic Boom, and I just think that when he's like just doing down back, he actually beats like 80% of the cast. Oh yeah. Because it's really hard to react to Sonic Boom.
Jump-ins are a nightmare.
Yeah, and the charge time is shorter, so you can do Sonic Boom Flash Kick. Very common to see.
Flash Kick is really Jesus.
So, as like I think that's like the one character that they kept in terms of like old school Street Fighter. Yeah. Where like if you want to play like old school style and defensive style, you pick Guile. Yeah. Right. So. And
he has an aggressive side to him as well. He's a super duper Guile.
Yeah. He's definitely like Superman Guile for sure.
Superman Guile. You heard it here first. Yeah, that's his new name. Superman Guile. Okay. Favorite players. This is actually my favorite question now for some reason. But do you have a favorite player at the moment and a favorite player of all time in Street Fighter? Because I know you play a lot of games, but I just want to talk about Street Fighter.
Let's see. Favorite player at the moment. I'm gonna say for Street Fighter 5.
Yeah.
Street Fighter 5.
Well, why? What else were you gonna say?
Well, favorite player of Street Fighter 4 is like Bon-Chan.
Oh, really?
His Sagat is like the best.
Okay.
I just like Sagat. Okay. So I guess for like Street Fighter 5, I would say the person I would watch the most at the moment is Momochi.
Yeah.
Yeah, Momochi's just
transitioning over to Ibuki.
He's just clean. Yeah. He's super clean. I like how confident he is when he walks to you. Like you know how people like do like walk back. He takes like long walks. Like he's taking his girlfriend on the walks to the beach. And he knows nothing's gonna come his way. He's so confident in that walk speed of his. And I'm like, damn, I wish I was a G like that. That's why I think every time when I see him walk.
That's funny.
Yeah, so I would say he's definitely my favorite player at the moment.
Do you have a favorite player of all time?
Favorite player of all time is probably Tokido. Just because he's cheap. He's so optimal and just cheap in every way, and just has like option selects for like days, and even in games that doesn't even have option selects.
He used to be a lot cheaper, right? Because they used to call him Dirty Tokido back in the day.
So like I think Tokido is like definitely my favorite player to watch of all time because he doesn't just play one game. He can play any game.
Right. I had someone say this yesterday actually. I can't remember who I was interviewing off the top of my head, but they were like, Justin and Tokido, it's like the US and Japanese sort of like both of them are amazing at all games. Yeah, so like if I would have to like describe like us two, like I would be like the original Terminator and he would be like the T-2000. It's like super advanced and everything. That's funny, man. That's kind of how I feel about Tokido. Yeah. I'm a big fan of Tokido, obviously because of Akuma. But also I just think he's such a cool guy. He really is in general. I played Akuma in Marvel 3. Well, then I'm a big fan of yours. But I'd like to see Akuma in Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. That's you know he's going to be one of the DLC characters. Yeah, I know. Akuma always makes it. No, I know. He always makes it. He sneaks it in. Even in X-Men Street Fighter. He's like too popular. X-Men Street Fighter, he was like the hidden one on the top. He's making it in 100%. Yeah, of course he will. Of course he will. And they got the Cyber Akuma DLC costumes. I got you, Capcom. Oh, here we go. Serious question. Training schedule. What does that look like for you these days?
So I guess training schedule is kind of rough because I work 9 to 5 at NVIDIA. So when I come home, I usually have to stream for like 2-3 hours. So I probably like play like 2-3 hours a day for Street Fighter 5. So let's see, 2-3 hours. So it's like 10 to 15 hours a week. And if I go to tournaments, I try to play as much casuals as I can.
Yeah. I noticed that you, like, when I've seen your stream, when you go in and learn a new character, it's so like an arcade player, because you grew up in the arcades. It's so like an arcade player. Like, you don't waste any time. Like, you go straight in and you go pressing all of these buttons, and it's like you're figuring out the character in like the 99 seconds that you would have like in an arcade. And Alex Vi is the same. Like, you're the two where I see you go on stream, you don't waste any time. You're straight into training mode, and it's almost like you're in the arcade again, trying to figure out what can this character do.
I mean, we didn't have consoles back in the day.
You didn't have training room.
I had to go to the arcade at 10 a.m. where no one shows up and put my quarters in and just play the computer and try to learn as fast as possible.
There's the weirdest thing when I first moved to New York. The weirdest thing was I found the Chinatown Fair by accident, just by wandering around New York.
Yeah.
On my first day, and I was like, "Oh shit, this is good."
Yeah.
And then I didn't know where it was after that because I was a moron. Street Fighter characters from the past. Got any Street Fighter characters from the past that you'd like to see in Street Fighter 5 now?
I guess I would love to see some Street Fighter EX characters.
Oh yeah.
Like Kairi.
You're one of those, are you?
I love EX.
Yeah.
I love EX.
I know for a fact that you're not the guy. You're not like the hipster guy who's pretending. You're the guy who actually did play that game.
I love, like, there was like so before Common Breaker was Common Breaker, it was like UFGT, and like my favorite tournament was Street Fighter EX3 at UFGT.
Really?
Because there was this one guy that like swears that he's the best in the world in that game, and
really?
I go there every year and I win the tournament. Because there was one summer where me and this New York player named Nibor, we played EX3 for the whole summer at his house.
Yeah.
So like I was like, I'm definitely amazing at this game, like no matter what. So so I would definitely like to see Kairi, also Blair from EX1, or even Sharon from EX2. I think those are pretty cool.
Okay, so talking of those characters, we recently saw Arika do this sort of weird arse April Fool's thing, which I don't think was an April Fool's. I feel like he was actually kind of gauging interest.
Start the Kickstarter?
Yeah.
I would definitely give money to him.
Yeah.
I would even buy that version of the game.
Yeah, right.
I would buy it. It looks nice.
Yeah.
It looks nice, even though Garuda looks definitely broken for sure. He's always cheap. Okay. But I would definitely buy the game, 100%.
Okay, well, you heard it. You heard it here, Arika. There's people here willing to pay for that game. All right, so let me see what else we got on here. Oh, do you want to see Rufus again?
Rufus, I guess. I mean, besides you see him in the background, like the CPT stage, but I don't really care for him at the moment.
You're not bothered. Yeah.
I don't really care at the moment.
Some people have sort of said, as it's gone along and we've had characters released, I've often asked people, you know, do you want your favorite character back? And some of them have actually said, whatever comes back is not going to be the same.
Yeah.
So I'm not 100% sure.
I actually prefer Rose to come back. If Rose can come back to Street Fighter 5, I think that would be pretty amazing.
Does she feel like a Street Fighter 5 character to you?
I think she could fit well. Like her V skill will probably be like like absorb, or and then her V trigger could be like the Ultra number 2, right? You have the orbs out.
Yeah.
It's pretty easy to transition, I think. For her in Street Fighter 5.
Okay. You play a lot of games. What games are you playing at the moment, fighting game wise?
I only play Street Fighter 5 right now.
Just Street Fighter 5 right now?
Just right now because I guess because with how important like just the Pro Tour is and how many people enter it, and like thinking about like my schedule back at home, I can really only focus on Street Fighter 5.
So talking of like focusing on Street Fighter 5 and being a pro player, and let's talk a little bit about Echo Fox. So that just suddenly happened. Probably had been in planning for a while for you in the background, I suspect. What is it about Echo Fox that feels different, unique? You know, what is it about Echo Fox that made you feel like this is the team for me?
I personally like just Echo Fox in general, just because I was able to have AJ on the team.
Yeah.
Yeah. So having AJ, like he's kind of like that father figure for like the FGC managers and everything. He's like really cool, really chill. He understands and everything, and like I think that kind of like really sealed the deal, because most of the older staff in like EG, for example, they kind of moved on. They kind of went to a different direction, different place. I don't know where, but it made it easier for me to leave at that time.
Okay, gotcha.
So that's kind of like the main like real reason why I left.
Okay, he said the same thing about you actually in our interview, which was not so long ago. Fighting games that are coming up. So obviously Marvel, you've clearly that is going to be like a game which you've got your eye on and going to play. I'm sure there'll be a CPT for that. Are there any other games out there? You said Injustice 2. Which games are you looking forward to trying and playing and maybe playing competitively?
I definitely want to try Injustice 2, just because like, I mean, Sonic Fox is like, and Scar is on the team, so might as well try to learn a little bit from them.
Yeah, that's true. That would be a great thing.
It was good, right? Yeah. And then also like my streams were pretty popular for like the Mortal Kombat.
Oh yeah.
So maybe the revival of that can happen. And also, I do want to play Tekken 7 because Akuma's in the game. That's who I played in at the Wizard World tournaments. I played Akuma.
I want to see you play Akuma.
Akuma looks cool.
I want to see that.
And I also like Lily.
Okay.
Because Lily reminds me of Karin.
Yeah.
So that's kind of like why.
Yeah, that makes sense. Other video games, right? Do you play other video games at the moment? Do you have time to play other video games for fun, like casual?
So, it really depends. Like, I think the last time I played something was like Dark Souls 1.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was kind of hard.
Yeah.
But I definitely was bodying that game. So, but besides that, I actually just downloaded the Capcom Disney collection.
Why?
Because I played like Chippendales back in the day. I played
I know
DuckTales.
Okay.
Chippendales, DuckTales,
What sort of games
Tailspin.
are those?
Like
platformers. Okay, so they're like fun, relaxing.
Yeah, fun,
and
relaxing.
For you, takes you back maybe.
Yeah, Darkwing Duck. I mean, those are like the childhood TV shows I watched.
Yeah.
So, and they were also really, really fun playing. So it was like one of those like arcade cabinets where it's like a timer, right? You put a quarter in and you have like 10 minutes to play the game, and then after 10 minutes you have to put another quarter to continue.
Yeah.
So they had that for like Chippendale, and like that was like super fun to me. So I saw it on like actually on the Capcom Unity stream, and I was like, I'm a sucker. Instantly bought. I'm definitely the guy that buys all the DLC stuff too. So I'm definitely a sucker.
So what else is going on in your life? Because like whenever you're tweeting out, you always seem to be like, I feel like there's so much content, like anime or like merchandise, or like I think you actually follow one of my good friends who has a really great Street Fighter collection. You often retweet his collection. Called shout outs to Sarfaraz.
Oh yeah. I'm jealous of his collection.
Yeah, his collection, right?
Yeah.
It's great. He's got all the pop culture shop collectibles stuff and all that, whatever. So your life, right? So you got like pro gaming, you got work. What else is going on? Like, is there anything new that you've gotten into recently, or is there new TV shows you're watching, or?
I mean, besides like just traveling, work, and streaming, I don't really sleep that much because of the schedule. So it's like maybe.
Can you get away with that? Are you one of those people who can get away with that, like lack of sleep?
It's one of those things where I think like my grandma raised me like to be a hard worker.
Okay.
So I'm just like always like down, and like usually when I watch like catch up on shows or anything, it's probably during like the off times, like where I'm in my hotel room. Like last night, I did not go out with everybody that got drunk. I didn't go out. Right. So I went in my hotel room.
Well, you're top 8. No one's gonna go out like and get. Well, apart from I know one player who might, but like there's very few players who go out and get drunk before top 8.
Well, I mean, even then, like not get drunk, but like hang out with the homies, right?
Yeah.
I definitely just went back to my room and watched like Hero Academy season 2.
Oh, you're like introverted like me. Yeah, I'm a little bit like that.
Yeah, I'm on the Crunchyroll app on my phone.
Yeah,
so just this is all.
You need
all
to
night.
recharge. You need to recharge on your own. Like
Yeah.
get away from. I'm totally 100% with you, because I was stayed at home. It's a hotel. I stayed at a hotel last night too. Okay, I can't find the Justin 1 section, but I'm gonna ask you about ELeague anyway. So I know you got bodied, but like how was the experience in general?
Experience was really awesome. Like the staff, they gave us definitely super VIP treatment, like where it's like I was like a king, right? Like our own rooms. They even gave us like our own like credit card where it says like ELeague Pro Gamer on it.
Yeah,
cool.
I heard about that. Yeah.
It's kind of cool.
And hand warmers as well. That's how
Hand warmers, and then like the stage in the back was cool. You're able to go around like the studio. You get to like see like where people do like the TNT, or the NBA stuff, Adult Swim. Like it was really cool studio. And then also I think like the whole format where you're just playing like group play and like round robin. Yeah, it's really exciting because then you want to turn it up if you need to win these next 2 games. Like I was in a position where I had to win the next 2 games to get to the next round. So I felt like really I need to like just like go in and just focus really hard.
Did the environment did it feel nerve-wracking? Because I think a lot of players had tweeted about maybe nerves.
I was definitely nervous. I was definitely nervous because of the amount of money on the line, and also the amount of like, you get to be on TV and everything. Like that type of stuff is very like nerve-wracking because it's like, damn, this could be like a very good opportunity, a very good chance to like just like put yourself out there even more. So it's definitely very important.
Okay. All right. So it was a good experience. That's good to hear. And that's basically it. We've moved through the questions pretty quickly, which is kind of cool, and I think that was a fun interview. I had a lot of fun anyway, so I want to thank you very much.
No problem, dude.
And good luck in winners, top 8 today.
Hitani, first round.
Exciting stuff. Yeah, Hitani, another Nakali player, but like he's not GamerBee, so.
Yeah, that's what GamerBee came up to me and said, "All right, your goal is to be Hitani tomorrow, so I can say I'm the best Nakali."
Brilliant.
That's what GamerBee told me to say.
Brilliant. GamerBee, so funny. All right, cool. So thank you very much, and we're going to say goodbye to these guys. So we're just going to little wave. Bye-bye, guys.
That's a lot of paper. You see him flipping that page like it's like a manuscript?
Yeah, I'm gonna sell this manuscript one day.